And I'm live. Hello, hello, and welcome to Decorate Your Life, Scrapbooking and Card Making. Let me do just a little bit of housekeeping because today I'm going to be sharing with you a Father's Day idea project. Hang on a second. Let me see where I'm at. Okay, here we go. All righty. I got my chat thing turned on in my phone so that I can say hello to everybody. And I just love these live videos. And so, anywho, I made this a while back and I wanted to go ahead and share this with you now in case you're looking for some Father's Day ideas that you can make for a brother, a son, a husband, or whomever you would like to gift something for a man. Okay, so I used my graphic 45, a proper gentleman's collection, and I'm going to be showing you the projects that I've made from it. So first and foremost, let me show you this little cute box. I just love this cute box right here. And, oh, hang on a second. YouTube is telling me new Easter moderation. Oh, okay. I'll look into that later. So, oh, hi, Yvonne. How are you? And so, anyways, I made this really cute box with an Eileen Hull Sizzix die. Now, when I ordered the die, I had no idea the box was going to be this tiny. This is like those, whatchamacallit, toolboxes. An old timer's toolbox. And I went ahead and made this for my husband to give him for Father's Day. And I'm just going to put in a couple of truffles in the pocket. See, the box is not big at all. Look, let me show you. See, this is the ink pad, one of the ink pads that I used throughout my project. Look, see, this is the ink pad and this is the box. It's tiny. But I love it because it's so cute. So what I used on the box was, the die, of course, and you put it together per the instructions. And then I used scraps from my graphic 45, a proper gentleman, and I have some chipboard pieces. And I've also used some dies, Spellbinders dies from my stash. And over here are more chipboard pieces. And this is just the cutout that I made into a tag. See if you could see it right there. I made that into a tag and used more of my Spellbinders dies. And I just used some jute or twine to wrap it around the handle here. And I also used some jute on the button, and it is mounted on 3D dots for that dimension. And I used some of the graphic 45 of proper gentleman stickers from the sticker sheet for here and for here to make that match. And this is what the back looks like. And I thought this was so cute. And I didn't add anything to the bottom. I really didn't see any need for it, but I love the way this came out. I think these make such cute gifts. And so I made that for the hubby. And I also created a card to go with it. Oops, sorry about that. Let's see who's coming up here. Hi, Anne. And you know what? My husband is funny about coffee. He prefers tea to coffee, okay? But he prefers, I don't know if I should say this, he prefers wine to tea. So I don't know, maybe I could get those teensy tiny bottles of wine and put one here and one there. You know what? You just gave me a great idea. I think I'm going to do that. And you know who has those wine bottles? Those teensy tiny ones. Gosh, what's the name of that store? World Market. Do y'all have a World Market where you're at? Okay, there are several here in Houston, and they carry teensy tiny little cheeses and all sorts of things that you can gift to people. And I have seen small liquor bottles, and they even carry liquor chocolates. My husband is not into chocolates, but he does enjoy wine. And so I'm gonna see if I can get a couple of bottles and stick them right there. You just gave me a great idea. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay. Adriana. Hi, Adriana. How are you? So moving forward, I did make a card for him. And ladies, this is just using regular cardstock from my stash. Okay, I like to get them in different colors because you never know when when a certain project will present itself that you can use that color with. So this maroon color was perfect for this paper. And my husband is one who doesn't like everything fussy. Some men are like that. My husband just doesn't like too many fussy things. So I kept it clean and simple for him. And for him, this style is perfect. So what I did here was I got my cardstock, and then I trimmed a piece of that graphic 45 proper gentleman's. I laid it on top, and then to give it a little bit of dimension, I trimmed another piece of cardstock, a smaller one from this one, of course, and then I laid that on pop dots for dimension, and then I added more dimension to that by cutting this piece from the collection, and I laid that on a brown piece or a dark piece of, hang on a second, is that, nope, sorry, scratch that. This is how this piece comes. Okay. And then I put a sticker from the collection right on top, and I kept it simple, but I think this is good for him. I mean, you know how some men are. He's your motorcycle riding guy, okay, who enjoys his wine and champagne. And so, anyways, this is hi, Catsel Create. Hey, how are you? And so, yeah, and what I decided to do for here is, if I don't get my hands on some of that white writing marker, what I will do is I will just add like a small mat so that I can write a sentiment here. But this is what I made for him for actually, I had made it for Valentine's Day, but Valentine's Day came and went, and I wound up doing something with him, offering him something, and I never gave him this. So I'm keeping this for Father's Day. Okay, so we have this, and now my husband is an attorney, okay, and he does a ton of paperwork. He does a ton of stuff, and he's always taking notes. Okay, he does both. He does work on a computer. He works through Nexus, something like that. Okay, which is a program that they all use, and so then he also writes stuff down. He writes a lot of stuff down, ideas, and so forth and so on. And so he always goes through notebooks. Oh my gosh. That man goes through more notebooks than I do. Okay. And we're both kind of like old school in that direction, because I do take a lot of notes for my job, and he does take a lot of notes for whenever he's doing something or asking a client questions or whatever. Okay. So what I decided to do was I got this composition book, like the ones that you get at Walmart for like, what, 60 cents or something? It all depends on what time of the year it is that you can get them extremely cheap. So I got him a composition book. It is a college ruled composition book, and all I did was I took some of that graphic 45 beautiful paper from a proper gentleman's collection, and I just covered it up for him. Okay, I used 1, 2, 3 styles for him, and of course in the back it looks like this, and this is a sticker from that same collection. And like I said, I really didn't have to dress it up more than this. I could have gone several ways in which I could have added a strip of leather, okay, or emboss something brown to make it look like leather and add a buckle here. But like I mentioned before, my husband is a no frills kind of guy, okay? The less you add to something, the more he loves it. Okay. And so, yeah, I did this for him. And this is also a sticker from the collection. And I think this makes for a genuine, one of a kind gifts, and it's a gift from the heart. And I know that this is something that he will appreciate if better, I would think, than if I was to go out and get him an expensive watch. Okay. I mean, how many watches does a guy need, really? And so let me see who else is on. Hi, Becky. How are you? And so, yeah, so I made this for him. And before I move on any further, I do need to point out that I did use the Graphic 45 inks to ink around the edges on some of these projects. These two projects were not inked, okay, because I just wanted a clean look to these. These, however, I felt that they did need a little bit of ink to give it that vintage look, that somewhat vintage look. Now, for these papers that went on the composition book, I did use the photogenic. Okay, this is what it looks like. And in the back, it's where they put the name of the color. And this one is photogenic. Okay, and so now for the other ones, if you go back a couple of months, I believe in my tutorials, I did do a tutorial on these. I was doing them, as a matter of fact, let me show you one of them. Okay, it's sitting right here by me. Now, it's looking pretty full, so y'all gotta forgive me. Okay. I made a tutorial on this. See, I'm using it. I made like 3 of these, and I see how thick it is. I gotta make more, but you can make you a bunch of these with whatever leftover papers that you have from your Graphic 45, and just make a bunch of these. Let me see, can I open this up? No, I really can't, because it has a lot of statements and things. But see, I made a bunch of these for him, and so hang on a second, let me put these back. And so I do have a tutorial and the measurements on how I made this. Okay. So, for mine, you will find that in my tutorial, I did it just concentrating on the tab being on one side. And I did that for me because I rather go through a tab at the same, in the same, what do you call it, row, than always be looking, but this is, see, this is the way how my husband prefers his tags. You have the one here, the one in the middle, and the one at the end. So I made them for him using this method. But the ones in my tutorial that I made for me are just, all the tabs are on the same side. Okay. So, oh, thank you so much, Becky. I really appreciate you saying that, hon. Okay, so moving along, I'm going to show you each and every single one of these. These are so super easy to make. And like I said, if you go back a couple of months, you're going to find a tutorial for these and all the measurements. And so this is what the inside looks like. And this is a really great way to use up. Now, let's say you have only a couple of sheets left from your 12 by 12 paper collections. And as long as they are this quality, because you know that Graphic 45 does make cardstock in excellent quality. This is not stuff that's going to fall apart on you, believe me. And so anyhow, you can use them to make some stuff, some of these file folders for yourself, whether it's for your job, your work, your husband, your son or daughter's schoolwork, or even files that you keep for your home. For example, today, what I've been doing all day today, I've been preparing stuff for our taxes and paying off bills, getting our credit cards down to 30%. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And so I've been working on all that today. And some of the paperwork I do get to shred, okay? Yet others I do have to keep for some time. And these are perfect for that, okay? Because then you can label them and put them away all neatly. And so anyways, this is one of them. And Over here, I have another one. And see, if you will notice, basically what I do is, and I show this to you in my tutorial, you will measure this a certain way. Okay. See, this is that 12 by 12, and you will keep one at 12 by 12. And the other one, you trim it down. And then when you score it, you fold this over here. And it's a pretty, a beautiful contrast to the papers, as you can see. Here, let me put this like so you can see this better. Isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. And I think this makes such a unique gift for him. Oh, yes. And the inking around the edges. I did do that. And for that, I used the Graphic 45 ink in dark cashmere. Here is the color. Okay, and it looks like so. So I made this one, and as you can see, it's got the middle tab. And I also made this one right here. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. And I thought this was so perfect for him. It's perfect for a man or even somebody who might like steampunk or something like that. This is what the inside looks like. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And you just ink a little bit around the edges. I didn't want to ink too much. I didn't want to go crazy with my ink. I just wanted to give it that hint of vintage. And so here is another one. Isn't that pretty? I just love these colors. It reminds me of his ties. So that's what I chose. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love it, love it, love it. And see, I love how these came out. And these are so super easy, so super simple to make. And to gift these to somebody, like let's say for Father's Day, just tie a satin ribbon around them, make something like 9 or 12 of these. You can go you can make these really quick and just tie a satin ribbon around it, make them a card, stick the card right there, and there's the gift, something that is so easy to make, and it's so pretty and functional, and that's the thing about guys. My husband, you have to give him something that serves a purpose. Me, I just like things that are pretty so I can look at them. But my husband has to have something that he can actually use. So I think these papers make absolutely fantastic gifts for men. And I think I've already shown you this part right here. And see, and this is what the front looks like. I love it. And see, these remind me of, he has a suit in this color. He has a tie in this color. So these are so super cool. And look at the inside. I can't wait to gift these to him. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a black wide, what are they? Yeah, they're about 1 inch wide satin ribbon. And I'm going to pack them up real nice and gift them to him like this. I'm going to pack everything together, and he's going to get a couple of little bottles of champagne or wine or something in there. So here is the other one. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. I love it. I love, 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 love these. Look at that. So super easy to make. Look at that. That I know that when he goes to the office, there's going to be people asking him, "Where did you get these, Scott?" See, look at that. It's like a tweed sweater. And this is what this looks like. So yeah, and I think I've already shown these. Have I shown these? Yes, I have. I know I showed this one, and I don't remember if I showed you this one. Alrighty, and nope, I don't think I did. Here, I'm holding it upside down. Let me show it to you like so, and like so. Isn't that gorgeous? So yeah, this is pretty much what I'm going to be gifting my husband for Father's Day in a couple of months, and everything is going to be tied up real nice and sweet, and he's going to get his little 2 bottles right there with a black satin ribbon, and there you go. So what do y'all think about this project? Crafty Lady 11, same here. But when you see, that's the thing. As far as paper crafting companies, who actually put a lot of papers out, it's all pastels, flowers, or what have you, and it's all geared towards women. So I'm glad that Miss Diane Schultz designed this. She designed this paper for men, and she simply entitled it "A Proper Gentleman." And as you can see, these papers are absolutely gorgeous, and I think that they make excellent papers for excellent themes for men. And you don't even have to gift this to a man. I mean, you can do this for yourself. See, something like this, like the clocks, this is perfect for anybody who's into steampunk. I used to be into steampunk, not so much anymore. You know how we our tastes change from time to time. And I used to love steampunk when I first started paper crafting. Not anymore, not so much so. It's not that I don't love it, it's just that I'm not into it like I used to be. And see, like papers like these are perfect for something like that. And when Graphic 45 sent me this collection, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. I knew that I wanted to do something special for my husband, and I knew that these were the papers that I wanted to do something with for him. And so yeah, it is tough making a man oriented gift when it comes to paper crafting. But if you get your hands on this paper, and I do believe that they have them at graphic45.com, you can go ahead and Google it and go on to their shop. They still have them. I'm sure of it. And you can order yourself a pack or two from them. And even if you don't think that you're going to use them right now, just hang on to them, because there's always birthdays. It's not just Father's Day. There's always birthdays. There's always anniversaries. There's always Valentine's Day and things like that, in which a man will appreciate something like that. Like I said earlier in my video, my husband is not into all the glam and glitz that I love. Okay. He is a just give it to me straight type of guy. Okay. He doesn't care about the flowers and the roses and the embellishments and all of that. So something like this is perfect for him. He will appreciate something like this a heck of a lot more than if I was to here. This is just for example. I'm just reaching something from the side of my desk. Than if I was to go into something like this. Okay. This is me. It's dusty too. I gotta dust my stuff. And so yeah, and I really do appreciate her coming out with this design right here, because you can do so much with it. You can make it as simple as you can, and you can embellish these however you want to. Okay, but because it's for my husband and I know the man, I'm keeping it simple. Okay, and or you can embellish it just as much as you want it. And this is enough embellishments for him. Okay, so does anybody have any questions for me? Yes, Yvonne, G45 is awesome. Thank you, Adriana. Okay, it doesn't look like anybody has any. Yes, it is a beautiful paper design, Catsel. Is it Catsel? Is that your name, hon? Because I know I'm just calling everybody by what the channel name is. I don't know if that is your first name. Is that your first name, hon? Catsel? Oh, it's Kathy. Well, thank you so much, Kathy. Okay, well, so this is what I wanted to show you today. And after the video loads and everything, I will see if I can find that tutorial where I showed you the measurements and how I put these together. This is pretty much cut and dry. It's so simple. And remember, for one of them, I kept the full 12 by 12, except for maybe a little bit over here on this side where you do that tab cut. But yeah, I will go ahead and link you to that tutorial after this video uploads. Okay. And I will do that in the description area below. And I will also link you to Graphic 45 to see if you can get your hands on some of these. And yeah, these are really great papers to have because, like I said, the crafting industry doesn't really um, put stuff out there for men, but Graphic 45 does. So I'm thankful for that. Alrighty, I will go ahead and go, and I will talk to you again some other time. Thank you so very much for watching. Bye now.